Well, welcome back to Raven Part 2. Let's see what our uncle will get up to next. Alright, so when we left off, I think we were looking for some way to get that window to stay open and be stuck open so the guy can't close it and then he'll just run off in a humph and we can get into his violin case.
The kid's not on the warpath anymore. I don't think he'll be causing any more trouble. For the next half hour, anyway.
That's kids for you. Alright, what do we have in our inventory? Our heart medication, a toothpick, a wallet, a newspaper, and a signed book. Don't think the toothpick will do much. Give it a go though.
What are you doing? Didn't I make myself clear? The window stays closed.
The window stays
You're
open.
not alone on this train. I want the window open.
Swiss politeness doesn't seem to be what it used to be.
Aha, the toothpick. Oh, no, it didn't work.
I'm
Ugh.
not going to catch a cold because of you. Go somewhere else if you don't like it.
Right. How do we do it then?
The violin case looks pretty old, but that doesn't say anything about the quality of the violin. The best violins are often in the oldest cases.
Ugh, that toothpick is just useless at the moment. This bloody elf thief, though. I'm gonna get into his luggage. Right, I need something that is going to block
I
it.
have no idea what I'd say to Matt.
Well, that's no help. There has to be something that we can pick up. Even that's not being visible anymore. Oh, what's that? Something on there. Or was it just the violin case?
I doubt the violinist will let me have a look in his case. Hello, sir.
The window stays closed.
I didn't come because of the window. I'd like to take a look at your violin case.
This is all too much. First the fuss about the window, and now you want to look in my violin case.
Well, that's how it is.
Absolutely not. Get yourself a warrant or whatever it's called. Until then, adieu.
But
Adieu.
Damn arrogant elf. Yeah, toothpicks are the worst sidekicks until you really need to get something out from between your teeth. Then you really want that toothpick. Hmm. Has to be something.
there are thousands of things I would like to ask her, but nothing would justify neglecting my duties here on the train.
Let's talk to the
Mrs. Miller?
ladies.
Yes?
Oh, hairpins.
Please excuse my unusual request.
forgot
but
that you
Matt
mentioned
said
about
you have
hairpins.
some hairpins. Could I borrow one?
One of my hairpins?
It's a long story. It would be a big help.
Well, if you really need one.
Go ahead, Mary. The constable won't do it any harm. Will you, Mr. Zellner?
Of course not, madam.
Nah, I couldn't get into the box
Is this
because it
one
was
okay?
locked.
It'll do nicely, madam. How very kind of you.
These are good people.
Goodbye, Mrs. Miller.
Goodbye, Constable.
Alright, so use the hairpin to try and open that guy's door or get into the toolbox. Okay. But it is legit though. I mean, I've used hairpins to get into locks before. It doesn't work on all locks. It's mainly really old locks you can get in with hairpins, or the single tumbler ones. Definitely get
Bolt
you
is
into
too
a pool
short to
table
get a
though.
good grip on it. I'm at a loss without a key or a proper tool.
Ah, so we need to get into the toolbox with the hairpin. That music gets into your head. What you doing? Come on, walk in a straight line. That's it. Really? Multiple tumblers as well?
The box is secured with a padlock. I won't be able to open it without a key.
I'm not that good at breaking an entry to do multiple tumblers with a single pin.
Picking a modern padlock in an uncomfortable position on a rocking train? I'm too old for that.
Ah. Right, so what am I doing with this pin then? Oh, whoops. Wrong way.
Inspector Legrand?
Anything to report?
Oh,
Constable Robert Oliver. Is it possible that I read your name in the newspaper?
Ah, could be, sir. Could very well be. Robert was there when the first eye of the Sphinx was stolen.
Why were you in the museum? Did you spot something from outside?
Well, sir, I noticed that a door was ajar, which was suspicious, and it was my duty to investigate, sir.
Scotland Yard gave him a commendation and assigned him to me as a liaison.
A great honor, sir.
I'll get back to work now.
Good.
an accommodation for failing. Well done, Scotland Yard. I'm not sure. I think this is meant to be sort of 1920 or something like that. Seems about right for them. Maybe we need to get the kid to do it. Always send in a child.
I've no idea what I...
Alright, let's try the hairpin with him. No, it's not working. Maybe the hairpin with the window.
That makes no sense. The violinist would close the window immediately, and I wouldn't have enough time to search his violin case.
Okay. Maybe the book? Nope. Or maybe I can, so you can combine items in your inventory. Wonder if that would help. How do I clear that? There we go. Okay, if I take the toothpick... No, that's not doing anything. No, I'm not combining anything. Try the toothpick again.
The tip of the toothpick is stuck between the window and the runner.
Ah. That didn't work the first time, and now it's working this time.
What nerve! I'll complain to your superiors.
Go on then, elf boy. Fantastic. Let's look in his case. is there a gun in here? Come on, I want to look at the gun.
I don't know anything about violins. It may very well be a very expensive violin, or not.
Hey, what are you doing there?
Dun dun
I
dun.
was taking your case for safekeeping, since it was left here unattended. When I picked it up, the cover unlatched.
I never leave my violin unattended.
Ah, then no one else could have put this purse in your case.
Someone must have snuck it in, like you.
Aha, for sure. And you have a pistol in the case because...
I don't owe you an explanation. It's mine. I have a gun license. Now, take the damned purse to the Baroness and leave me in peace.
Ooh, already knew who purse that was.
Just get lost.
It won't be that easy. I'll report the incident to the Italian authorities in Venice.
Dun dun dun. See? You can never trust an elf.
Oh, Inspector, did you find the Baroness's purse?
Hell yes, I did.
Indeed. You did! Out of my way, James.
Damn.
Oh, wunderbar. Tremendous work, Inspector.
Constable, Baroness. Constable Anton Jakob Zellner at your service.
Purpose of the trip.
May I ask you where this beautiful train is taking you?
To the madhouse, I'm afraid. One is close to the brink of insanity with this constant shaking and rattling.
Have you ever tried flying, Baroness?
Do you know how little luggage one is permitted upon an aeroplane? It defies all reason and good taste.
That is a serious amount of chins she's got as well.
Have you heard about the burglary at the British Museum?
Heard about it? I'm directly affected by it.
How so?
I'm in charge of the Friends of the British Museum. And for your information, I'm financing the exhibition.
Exhibition? What exhibition?
The exhibition in Cairo. Where did you think we were going? The eyes of the Sphinx were supposed to be exhibited together for the first time in decades. Now that one of them is gone, the exhibition will be rather less sensational than we'd hoped.
On the other hand, there's a chance that all the uproar will generate more attention, and that the exhibition will still be a great success.
Perhaps. But we wanted to show them both together. That was the whole point.
Maybe it's the Dwarf King in drag. That might make more sense.
Can you tell me anything about your fellow passengers, Baroness?
No, not really. I could hardly care who's penned up in here with me. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Lucien is here, the professor. Poor fellow. The eye of the Sphinx that was stolen belonged to his collection.
Professor Lucien is an Egyptologist.
But of course. As director of the Egyptian department of the British Museum, he has to be. The whole burglary thing really upset him.
Funny.
Director Thomas told me he was a nervous wreck.
I'll take my leave of you now, Baroness, and I do hope your journey becomes more bearable.
Ha! Yes, indeed, Inspector.
Constable. James?
Interesting, because Lucien was saying earlier that it had nothing to do with him and he wasn't that worried about it, and now it's turning out that it was actually part of his collection, and she's saying that he was a nervous wreck about it. So that's really odd. What's going on?
Professor Lucien?
Yes? Do you have the key?
Actually, I wanted...
Please, I have to go back to my compartment.
Right. How do I get him back into his compartment when he refuses to go down and open the toolbox?
Hey, Matt. The violinist really did steal the purse. Well observed.
I knew it! I bet he's got more stuff planned. I'll stay here and keep an eye on him secretly, okay?
Sounds like a plan.
Well done, kid. Okay.
I'll inform the authorities in Vent.
You already said that. Okay. How do I do this?
I don't want to imply that I'm an expert, but I think that this could pick a normal lock.
Oh, wrong way. Come on. Stop walking like you're drunk.
It doesn't work with this kind of lock. I need something to turn the pin.
Okay. Something to turn the pin.
Who'd have thought that one day butterscotch would remind me of my age and of all the things I had to leave behind?
Look behind the bar. Oh, that's new.
I suppose the steward won't object to me having a look around in his absence.
Okay. Oh, some new stuff here.
The pad on which the steward writes orders. Empty. Maybe he didn't use it because there's not much to do today.
Where is that steward?
I don't need the pad, but the pencil might come in handy.
Defo, we can use that for something.
The steward probably uses the scissors on hard-to-open packages. These days, nearly everything is sealed up tight. A colleague recently told me about dry powdered soup in small bags. I couldn't believe it. I'll leave the scissors here. If I need them, I know where to find them.
Oh, that's a bit daft. What's it down here in the
I
drawers?
need a bit of wire or something like that to pick the lock.
Aha! That's where our bobby pin comes in.
And suddenly, it's me who's the thief on the train.
Oh, we could all do with a screwdriver right
Easier
now.
than expected. Batteries, a toothbrush, shaving brush, but not the key to the compartment door. Just this one. Too small for the door, but it might still be useful. A shortwave radio. It's amazing how small these things have become in the last 10 years.
I thought that was a fridge, not a radio. Ah. Well, we turned the radio on. Do anything else?
Stuart's pencil. Probably one of the most traveled pencils in the world. A shortwave radio. It's amazing how small these...
I think that's everything from behind the bar now. I wonder if that lock works for the toolbox. They said it was too small for the doors. Aha! Look at that. He was complaining earlier about not wanting to go down there, and now he's down there again. Fantastico.
My grandfather was a blacksmith. When I was a child, I used to play with tongs on hammers in his workshop. My mother never cared for that. She was always worried about my little fingers. But I never hurt myself seriously. I'm quite clever with tools.
Thanks for that bit of exposition. Everyone should learn how to use tools. Very useful. Ah, what's going on now?
I don't think the Baroness has any more information for me. And she's not the most pleasant conversationalist either.
Why is that dude down there? Now I want to check out what the hell he's up to. Have a chat to him about the Baroness.
The butler, this James, seems to have escaped the Baroness.
Well, if he is a spy, he's probably got the paper so close because he's peeking over it, maybe. Okay, we need the pliers, I'm guessing.
I bet I could really get a grip on the bolt with these.
Well, come on then, hurry up.
Hello?
Well, butlers usually are
Window
elves.
ajar.
Nothing to see.
Oh no, we lost our hat.
Ah.
Are you okay?
Yes. Fine.
This is a really nice room though for a train. Locked door.
Do you have any idea why the door was locked?
I don't know. Maybe the constant vibrations caused the lock to lock itself.
You can't possibly believe that.
Well, then what's your theory?
The conductor could have locked it from the outside. On the other hand, it could have been someone here in the compartment who locked the door from the inside.
Who? And where have they gone?
They could have climbed out there.
Who would be that insane?
You tell me, Professor. So, what are you hiding in your bag? What do you have that would be worth stealing?
No, nothing.
No valuables?
Certainly not. Not on my salary.
It was enough for a first-class compartment on a luxury train.
That's my business.
You're playing a dangerous game, Professor Lucien.
I'm really suspicious of him now.
I believe you and the inspector do know each other.
What makes you think that?
It seems like the two of you are running a haulage company specializing in safes.
I won't comment on that. It's a matter of international importance.
Tell me, Professor, would you happen to have a key in your briefcase? And if so, would it still happen to be there?
Then all would be as it should.
That's what we hope, at least. All the same, it would have been a simple matter for a thief to make an impression of it. Right, Professor?
Oh.
Very easy. Make a quick copy. Head of the Egyptian department.
Break-in? It wasn't an issue for you? Even though you're the head of the department where it occurred?
All right. The burglary was most upsetting. And shocking. And I didn't know what to do, okay?
And you couldn't just tell me that.
The fewer people who know about it, the better. I can't trust anyone.
You're not only going to Venice, are you? Could it be that your journey will continue? All the way to Egypt, perhaps?
Everyone's
On
going
your
to Cairo.
side, but the more you lie to me, the more difficult you make my job.
Look around.
I'd like to look around a bit.
Of course.
Well, at least he's being friendly about letting us look around.
Assuming there really was someone in the compartment, and he climbed out the window, where's he gone?
And the kid earlier did say he saw someone climbing along the outside of the train.
What's this?
It's like a button.
What do you have there?
It's a button. From a suit or a uniform, I guess.
The burglar might have lost it.
Maybe. Or maybe not. If I notice anyone with a missing button on his jacket, I'll ask him about it. But I wouldn't get my hopes up. If there was a burglar, he climbed out the window and jumped off the train.
Sounds painful. What else can we see? Ah, some stuff here.
No, nothing interesting.
These cupboards have got really nice design work on them as well.
Wow, you have a very nice fountain pen. Pricey.
If you'd managed to decode hieroglyphics that boggled the best minds of the last 3,000 years, you'd have received a gift like that as well.
The Bible, Grimm's Fairy Tales, Moby Dick, and gin, whiskey, and rum. All classics.
Everything you need for a journey.
I really wonder what the professor is hiding from me. But I can't just rifle through the luggage of innocent citizens. This is the 60s.
Ah, it's the 1960s. Wouldn't have guessed that by all of the design. It looks very Art Deco, which was more 30s and 40s. Or maybe it's just an old train. Okay, I can't see anything else. Maybe I should ask him if it will let me.
Professor Lucien?
Yes?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Well, good.
See if there's anything in the inventory. If it will let me get to the inventory. For some reason the inventory is not working. I can't seem to get out either.
Professor Lucien?
Yes?
Professor.
Ah, I had to say goodbye to get out.
The good professor is hiding something. It would be good if I could find out more about him.
I wonder whose button
found
this
the
is.
button in front of the window in the archaeologist's compartment. The burglar might have lost it while climbing out the window, but there's no proof for my theory.
Well, that guy hasn't got gold buttons, so I don't think it's the elf this time. Kid doesn't have buttons.
Good day to you, sir.
Can I be of any assistance, sir?
I
Doesn't
wanted
seem to
to
have gold
ask
button.
you a few questions.
Oh, we can ask him questions now. Burglary in London.
Where did you and the Baroness board the train?
In Paris, sir. The Baroness was there on behalf of a charity that she supported for many years.
So you weren't in London when they broke into the British Museum?
We may have been, actually. We left for Dover bright and early the morning after the burglary. But it was in Paris when we first heard of it. The morning paper in London didn't mention the unfortunate event, sir.
And just 2 days later, you're on a train bound for Switzerland. The Baroness certainly gets around.
Indeed, sir. We are practically always on the go.
Ah, the life of a baroness.
What can you tell me about the Baroness?
Nothing, sir. A butler does not tattle.
Oh, he's good about his job then. Is James his real name?
If you'll pardon a rather odd question, are you really named James? That would be a lucky coincidence in your line of work.
My name, sir, is Clive Alfred Inch.
Your second name is Alfred, yet the Baroness calls you James.
Madam considers James to be the only forename suited to a butler, sir.
Isn't butler an odd choice of career? Butler. Many would say it's a strange job.
It is true that I am one of a dying breed, sir. The war claimed a generation of butlers.
Have you been to war as well?
Indeed, sir. I was a groom for a cavalry officer.
When you British talk about war, one is never sure which war you mean. It seems the situation hasn't changed much since the 30 Years' War, has it?
Shrapnel from a bomb dropped by a Fokker would not have wounded me in the 30 Years' War, sir.
No, of course not. Goodbye, James. Or Alfred.
Well, that sounds pretty typical of a crazy rich lady. Deciding what people's names should be. Can't go over there. We're looking for someone with a button.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, it's the
Could have
steward.
used you a few minutes ago.
We didn't see his face. I find that
I'd better let him
slightly
read
disturbing.
his newspaper if I don't have any pressing questions.
well, the steward could certainly have got there and back, seeing he's the only one that's been missing all this time. Can we check if he's got the button? No, can't ask him about it. Wonder if I can ask the ladies. Nope. Let's find that steward. Nope, come on, that's it. That's it. Well, where has the steward gone? He's completely disappeared again. Alright, let's talk to the kid. He usually knows what's up. Nope, can't talk to him about it.
I found the button in front of the window in the archaeologist's compartment. The burglar might have lost it while climbing out the window, but there's no proof for my theory. Hey, Matt. The violinist really did steal the purse. Well observed.
I knew it! I bet he's got more stuff planned. I'll stay here and keep an eye on him secretly, okay?
Man,
Sounds like a plan.
I wanted to ask him if he saw where the steward went. I do not see the steward anywhere. Can't talk to him, he's pretty mad at me. Can't talk to her. Wait, I wonder if the steward's gone into the guy's room now. What are you doing? Come on, Zelna. That's it.
Professor Lucien.
Door is open. How can I help you, Constable Zelna?
Professor.
No, we've already looked around. Can't ask him about it yet. I suppose we should go talk to the police officers. That's the only thing I can think of. Tell them that the steward seems to be a bit dodgy. Maybe we'll find a hat outside. Ah, no hat.
Inspector Legrand.
Anything to report?
Archaeologist compartment?
I got Professor Lucien into his compartment using a pair of pliers.
Did you notice anything inside the compartment?
The window was open. Someone could have climbed out.
And the professor?
Acted suspiciously. He rummaged around in his leather bag.
And?
He seemed to have found what he was searching for.
Good. Good work.
Now, perhaps you could give me some information.
All right.
Oh, a cutscene.
What? The light's gone out. Flashlights. me.
Ooh.
There, sir. An envelope.
Oh, the Raven.
My dear Nico, you should take a closer look at the box.
What the dickens? It's a...
Away with it! Take cover!
Uncle Zelda to the rescue. Well, that steward did go off towards the coal department, you know, where the engine is. So he could have shut it off.
Oh, is everyone all right? Are you hurt?
Damn.
Quick thinking. Well done, Zellner.
I think the tunnel collapsed.
Then he's trapped. Hurry, we have to lock the second exit.
That window
Sir,
was
there's a
open.
fire up ahead. The engine's burning.
It's a distraction. Hurry, block the exit.
But, sir...
The fire will consume all the oxygen.
He's right, Inspector. A fire in a narrow tunnel is extremely dangerous.
Merde. Go to the front of the train, find the engineer, and tell him to move the train out of the tunnel.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready? You have to uncouple the freight car. You understand?
I understand.
I'll see to the passengers. They should all wait in the tunnel. We'll check each one in turn as they go out.
Let's get to it.
Maybe there never was a duel.
A lot was damaged by the sudden stop, but the bowl was thick enough to survive the fall. The last of the candy has vanished. Measured against the exploding freight car, I think the railway will overlook the loss. My God, what a fire. I hope Constable Oliver can at least reach the engine.
Oh, pardon me. I did not mean to scare you.
Damn, that match is really holding out.
What are you doing here, Doctor?
Legrand asked me to check whether there are any passengers left on the train.
Really? No one is here, except for me and you.
Excellent. Then I will continue searching at the front.
Do you see something?
Did anyone act suspiciously before the explosion? Did anyone leave their seat, for example?
I was the only one on the train who wasn't seated when the freight car exploded. Thank God. Otherwise, I would have been caught by the blast as well.
You certainly were lucky.
Perhaps I was. What happened over there? The inspector said something about gas canisters that exploded.
It was a bomb, it was a gas canister. Do we tell the truth or not? He probably has got a patsy in mind. I mean, I don't believe that this inspector did catch and kill the last Raven. I think it was some sort of patsy thing going on there as well. I mean, it would make more sense. You want to get away with crazy crimes, you're going to need lots of red herrings and patsies. Let's be honest.
He didn't want to scare you. The truth is, it was a bomb meant to kill him and the Bobby.
My God. An attack? But who would...
The investigations are ongoing, but first we have to get the burning train out of the tunnel.
Oh, of course.
What about the other passengers?
How are the passengers?
They are in a state of shock, of course. The blackout and the sudden stop were frightening enough, but then the explosion, the dust. Everyone rushed for the exits. I was helping the American woman bring Lady Westmacott to safety. They are waiting outside in the tunnel. One entrance is blocked by a fire, and the other one seems to have collapsed.
Continue to search the train. I'll decouple the buried freight car.
All right.
Doctor, can you give me a few matches?
Oh, certainly.
What a nice dude.
Thanks. I'll meet you outside.
Do hurry.
Take the curtain. Why not? Offering it to me. What's here?
I should concentrate on uncoupling the freight car. I'm positive that Legrand has everything else under control.
Ooh, more stuff.
I noticed the extinguisher earlier. Doesn't match the decor. I suppose that the railway company had to comply with safety regulations at the cost of aesthetics.
It's such a nice train as well.
It'd be useless against the fire out there, and it's too cumbersome to carry around. At best, I can use it here.
What's gonna happen here?
The chair either fell over thanks to the sudden stop, or an escaping passenger knocked it over. Wanting to get off the train as quickly as possible after a sudden stop and a massive tremor, that's understandable. I don't see Legrand or the constable, but I can make out the silhouettes of some of the passengers. They seem to be unscathed. All the same, the fire is getting bigger, and I don't have much time.
Well, at least they're safe. Okay, I think that's... Why does it keep... No, we already looked at that. Right, let's try and uncouple this.
The inspector's trap failed. The thief must have got wind of it. Worse than that, he turned the tables. To win a game of cat and mouse, you have to know who is the cat and who is the mouse. The tunnel may very well have collapsed. It's difficult to see much because of the darkness and dust, but something certainly crushed the rear of the freight car. The wheels came off the track during the explosion. Even if it were possible to pull the car out of the rubble, you wouldn't get far with it.
If only we had like an elf to help us with his elf eyes. Pretty sure they can see in the dark. What's this do? Oh, we can climb off the train. Ah, there's the uncoupling thing.
I'm sure I could uncouple the car if I only had enough light to see what I'm doing.
Okay, let me get you the matches.
There's a noticeable draft here. Maybe it's because of the fire, or perhaps there's still a hole through which the air is coming. The latter will be quite welcome. It will buy us some more time. I can feel cold, but I can't do more without light.
Have we got to like make a torch or something?
It's still quite warm and too warped to open.
Oh, we can go up now.
Hello? Nothing.
I wonder if we can combine anything. No, that doesn't combine.
A fine but rather heavy curtain. The surface shimmers and feels smooth. Probably doesn't burn easily, like the tablecloths. Safety regulations require it, which, given the present situation, is actually a good thing.
I think we're missing something.
The last of the candy has vanished.
No, nothing there. Ah, there's things on
Champagne?
on the wall.
The finest. Maybe we'll open a bottle if we get out of the tunnel alive. Until then, though, it's no use to me.
Make a Molotov.
Whiskey, scotch, rum, liqueurs. Enough to entertain everyone on the train all the way from Paris to Istanbul. High-proof rum. Could be useful.
Rum, my favorite drink. Next to tequila, that is. Hey, we have rum now, and we have some cloth. Should be able to make a Molotov. Wait, where did the rum go? Oh,
Some matches, and half of the book to get the flame going.
Alright, he's left it on the side.
Rum from Austria. Believe it or not, it's 80% alcohol by volume. There's no way anyone would drink it straight.
That would be insane. Okay. Find it with the cloth.
That should do it. Can't really say the fabric was eager to soak up the rum. I, on the other hand, soaked up enough in my fingers to smell like a drunk.
Okay, so... Oh, we can light it now.
Even if I could set the fabric alight, how would I carry the fire?
In the bowl?
The last of the candy has vanished.
We put it into the bowl. No, that doesn't do anything.
That'll get me something like a Molotov cocktail. I want light, but I don't want it to come from a wall of flames. Rum from Austria. Believe it or not, it's 80% alcohol by volume.
Maybe there's
no way
something
anyone
else we're
would drink it
missing.
straight. The fire is sucking the oxygen out of the tunnel and filling it with poisonous carbon monoxide. Here in the Alps there have been dozens of catastrophes in tunnels that ended with death by asphyxiation. But not on my watch.
A fire axe. What's that do?
Must be good for something.
Oh, we picked it up now. No.
Some matches, and half of the book.
Yep, I've heard that before.
It's not bothering me, I'll leave it there.
Go into next car.
I should concentrate on uncoupling the freight car. I'm positive that Legrand has everything else under control.
There has to be something we can do. Or pour it into the bowl. Ah! Hello, Diego. Okay. What's going on with this bowl of rum now?
I filled the bowl about a third of the way with rum. Phew, strong stuff.
Man, I'll drink that. What else? Okay, so can we put the cloth in it now? No. We put a match in it?
I filled the bowl up.
Yeah, you said that. Thanks for following. Gave me a bit of a shock just then. Yep, finished Sherlock last week. Can I then select that and then put it into the bowl? Yes.
Just as I expected, the alcohol burns with an almost invisible flame.
Can we take that?
The flame is hot, but it's no use as a light source.
Oh. Can we add the cloth then?
The alcohol on the curtains will burn just as dimly as in the bowl. It's no good.
We don't have anything else, so...
A fine, but rather heavy, probably doesn't burn easily.
Is there something else? Because there's something else... Small
Carling
dark
Black
bottle.
Label, a British beer.
Take the beer?
No good. Insufficient alcohol content. For practical purposes, I mean, not for drinking.
But we could get drunk. That might help.
I expect the rum will burn like ethanol, but I better not test that theory in the bottle. The flame is hot, but it's no use as a light source. The flame is hot.
Okay, but can I... Down a bit. That's it. Let me get the bottle. Add more to the bowl? Nope.
That'll get me something like... I want light, but I don't want it to come from a wall of flames. Even if I could set the fabric alight, how would I carry the fire? Rum from Austria. Believe it or not...
We might need the walkthrough because this is being a bit... This is too crazy.
The flame is hot, but...
Not a good light source. Can we take one of these lamp heads? Because I can see like lamp heads down here. Can we not pick one up? He won't look out of it.
The other passengers escaped from the train. I can see their silhouettes in the light of the fire. If I don't hurry up and uncouple the freight car, they'll suffocate.
I am trying, my dude. Come on, walk in a straight line. No, you won't go near that. There has to be something around here. I'm just getting the chair.
The chair either fell over thanks to the sudden warning to get off the... It'd be useless against the fire out there, and it's too cumbersome to carry around. At best, I can use it here.
To do what? Use the curtain with it? Flames? Nope.
I noticed the extinguisher earlier. Doesn't match the decor. I suppose that the railway company had to comply with safety regulations.
Yep.
The flame is hot, but it's no use.
The light source, yeah, you said that.
A fine but rather heavy curtain. This probably does.
Is there something outside that we've not found then? Because there is nothing in here.
It's possible that the other freight cars are intact and it only caught the one in which the dynamite exploded. But I'll have to uncouple it if the train's to be able to leave the tunnel. It'll be blown out right away. I better save the matches. I think the noise could have come from the roof of the saloon car.
What noise?
Can't see anything up there. Too much dust and smoke in the air.
A noise in the saloon car?
The coupling mechanism is down there, but I can hardly see a thing. I need some light.
You said there was a noise. Yeah, he has dropped his book actually.
Pills for my heart. I'm supposed to.
Where is his book? Oh, I'm getting frustrated now. I'm not seeing anything to try.
The alcohol on the curtains will burn just as dimly as in the bowl. It's no good. I bought it last week, second-hand. I liked it because it seems to... It was...
I can't use it with the wallet.
Pills. I'm supposed...
Can't use his pills with anything. Right, look at the overturned chair of the last left table. See that there is a fire extinguisher on the floor. Here also, use extinguisher. Break a leg off the chair with the fire extinguisher. Ah, that's just. How would anyone guess that? Okay.
Must be good for something.
Use it with the. Against. Come on, stay standing straight. Let me get the. There we go.
It'd be useless against the fire out there, and it's too cumbersome to carry around. At best, I can use it here.
Okay, extinguisher, chair. That was just the most convoluted thing.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so if we wrap the curtain around the chair leg.
The material won't be able to soak up any more alcohol.
Okay. Use that on the fire. We should have a torch.
alcohol on the curtain burns just as darkly as in the bowl. It's no help.
Well, he's saying that's not working.
Some matches, and
Yes. Chair leg alcohol? Or chair leg
it's taking too long. Time is running out.
Well, what do you want me to do? Come on. It's not doing anything.
The alcohol burns with a dim blue flame. It doesn't shed enough light and will probably burn out in a few seconds. Won't solve my lack of light. I'll have to try something else.
Okay, put the cloth onto the leg. Put the leg with the alcohol.
The material won't be able to soak up any more alcohol.
Okay, then why won't you light it? I'm not... Are you sure there's nothing else? Because it's just not doing anything.
The flame is hot. The alcohol on the curtain burns just as darkly as in the bowl. It's no help.
And then he takes the cloth off. Is this game broken?
I broke the leg off a beautiful chair, and knowing the Swiss Federal Railways, they'll bill me for it.
What do you see, doggo? Okay, take the alcohol curtain outside and wipe grease oil onto it from the train link. Okay. Where would I have found that? I think this game has made itself too difficult. Okay, we're down in the coupling.
Okay, I'll smear some grease on the curtain.
How would I have known that there was grease down there? Doesn't tell you now. Okay. Take it back upstairs. Put the curtain on the stick. Set it on fire. Hooray! Yay, we have a torch.
I'm the god of fire.
Well, you're certainly a fire starter. Alright, so now we can actually see. It's weird, it won't let us go up anymore. Let's see what's above. I seem to have fallen through the world a bit. Okay, let's try that again. I'm not sure they properly tested this. Alright, what can we see now? There's a doorway that way. What's up there? Something down there. Examine lever.
A lever on a pressure sleeve running along a thread.
I think he drank some of that rum.
Aha! I can uncouple it with this lever.
Very nice.
Okay.
And then we want to lift it up, I'm supposing.
There we go. Time to get out of here.
Very nicely done, Uncle Zelna.
Listen, everybody. Listen. Robert, what's the situation?
Yeah, I couldn't find the engineer, so I got in the driver's cab myself and released the brake.
All right. Good job. You too. Listen, please.
Maddie, where's
No driver.
Where's my son?
Relax, madame. I'm sure.
Help! Maddie! No!
Only Uncle Zelna's the one that goes after him. Come on! Man, all those young people around, and it's the old constable that's the only one that goes after the kid. There are more objects you have to look
Matt,
for, blah blah
where
blah.
are you?
Okay.
Oh. Matt, are you there? Nothing.
Okay, nothing here. At least we can see now.
Damn, that makes things extremely
The
complicated.
emergency brake's not working.
The emergency brake either was damaged in the explosion or was sabotaged. But whatever, it's not working. I think I should try to uncouple the locomotive. I mean, how else can I stop the train?
This guy's like old balding Uncle Zelna, and he's pretty epic. Freaking liking this game.
The engine and the coal tender are burning stronger and hotter. The airflow is feeding the flames. I have to decouple the wagons immediately. Sooner or later, the engine will be blown apart.
Oh no. What's this? Oh, I see a little boy. And a purse.
I suppose this handbag belongs to Miss Miller, Matt's mother. Lady Westmacott's bag is probably smaller and more expensive.
Funny how smaller the bag, the more expensive it is.
Aha.
Toy pistol. Well, I see the boy there.
Hey, there you are. What were you thinking? Come out of there.
Is he gone?
Is who gone?
The man.
The man.
What are you doing on the train anyway? Why didn't you wait in the tunnel with the other passengers?
I wanted to get my pistol.
Your pistol?
If there's so many cops and thieves and explosions and everything, then I need a pistol too.
Makes sense.
He's got legit child logic.
What about this man?
There was a man. He was coughing.
One of the passengers?
I think he came down from the roof.
All right. First, I'll stop the train, and then we'll have a chat. Okay?
Interesting. Donna did
wanna come
earlier
out?
say he heard someone on the roof.
Good idea. You stay put.
Maybe we can give him the pistol. Might make him more feel safer.
Matt, look.
Thanks.
Cover me, okay?
No problem.
Deputy Matt. Alright. Going to the next carriage. Oh, wrong one. I was asking you to go into where the Baroness is.
My situation isn't that desperate.
All situations call for a drink.
A large, soft towel. Very comfortable.
Don't think we need that right now. Oh, actually, I think we can
I'll
take
wrap
it.
it around my neck to keep my hands free. What have you got yourself into? Couldn't you have just let it be? But no, of course not. And now you're here, on an out-of-control train in the Alps, responsible for the life of a child who'll be doomed without you. What are you waiting for, eh? Time to save the day.
I kind of like the message of this game. It's like, doesn't matter how old you are, you can still be a hero.
The tanks don't seem to be damaged. The water is still running.
Wonder if we can dampen the towel and use it, in a, to go through smoke.
It's soaking up the cold water.
Nice. Alright, anything else? Go outside. I'm kind of surprised the Baroness didn't have the really nice room.
I can't get in. I presume the Baroness's luggage toppled over and is blocking the door.
Anything in here? Where you going? Come on. You have been drinking.
You can hardly see out of the window because of the smoke. I don't know how much coal is burning on the tender up there, but it must be tons. I can't do anything about the fire. If the emergency brake doesn't work, I'll have to try something else. Here goes. Ouch! Hot!
Ooh. Alright, use the towel.
Locked.
We don't have a bobby pin to unlock it. Need something.
A steam locomotive is controlled chaos. Fire, hot steam, enormous pressure, all kept in check by tons of steel. A runaway steam locomotive is a bomb waiting to explode.
Pretty much why they don't use them anymore. Wonder if we can get to that axe, actually. I was eyeing it up earlier, but we couldn't reach it before. Ah, there.
An axe is for emergencies. If this isn't an emergency, I don't know what is.
Alright, let's axe our way through. Or maybe we're meant to axe our way into the
The
ladies'
handle is
room.
already too hot to touch.
Come on, axe your way in.
Okay, we'll do it the hard way.
Well, that was easy. He's got really good aim. Okay. Nicely done, dude. Examine the coupling.
Ah, the coupling. It looks just like the one on the freight car. That means at first I have to turn that thing there. That keeps it under tension.
Turn it.
It's not working. Even if I could reach the lever with my hands, I wouldn't have the strength to move it.
Can we? No.
I bought it second-hand, a new one.
Yeah.
Ah, the coupling. It looks just like the one on the freight car. That means at first I have to turn that thing there. That keeps it under tension.
Well, what can we use to move it then?
Not a chance. Even if I could reach the lever with my hands, I wouldn't have the strength to move it.
I can't use the axe. What is he saying? Oh, use the axe. Use the axe with lever. Axes are so useful.
That should do the trick.
Nicely done. Examine the coupling.
The coupling won't release because it's under too much tension.
Can we use the axe again? Okay, use the axe. Strike the coupling. Come on, Uncle. Most things can be solved with a bottle of rum and an axe.
That's not just smoke. I can actually taste lumps of ash.
That's not good.
It's time for my deputy sheriff's story. I uncoupled the locomotive at full speed. Not bad, eh?
Do you think we'll get in trouble?
Because of the locomotive? I don't think so. It was pretty old already. Come out so we can have a chat. I checked the entire train. There's no one on it except for us. What an adventure.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me, what did you see on the train?
Well, it was like this. I wanted to get my pistol.
The steward? It looks like the steward's hat.
Achoo!
I dropped something.
And then?
When the guy was gone, I got up and banged on the window. I wanted to get out of there. But then I thought, what if the guy can hear me from the next car? So I got scared and I hid again.
You did well.
Good job, little man. Really a man? Envelope. Really a man.
Are you sure it was a man?
Yeah, very sure. What else could he be?
A woman?
No. Girls can't be thieves. Girls are always honest.
If only you knew.
Oh, I like the way he thinks. Man you recognized?
Did you recognize the man? Have you met him before?
I don't think so.
Would you recognize him if you saw him again?
No. It was very dark and I was hiding.
Was he a tall man or a short man?
Just a man. I think he was a bad man.
Why do you think that?
He was sneaking around, even though everybody else was outside in the tunnel.
Maybe he just wanted to get his wooden pistol.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the steward was wearing a hat. We never saw his face, though. And, you know, the button is probably his. Envelope.
The envelope that the man lost. Where is it?
I thought it might be important.
I think we should have a look.
Good job,
Some
kid.
cash. An Italian passport. Blank. Very interesting. And here, a ticket for
the cruise!
what?
The tickets we have for the big ship from Venice to Cairo look exactly the same.
Interesting. May I keep it?
What do you want to do with it?
Take a vacation.
It's evidence.
And my chance to go with you.
The ticket and everything else in the envelope are part of my investigation. And you have no part to play in Cairo.
If I hadn't given you the envelope, you'd have no proof that the Raven's heir would be on the ship.
We're off to Cairo.
The ship is his next chance to steal the eye. And he won't give up until he has it.
And that's precisely why you should let me come along.
No.
Wait, so the eye wasn't stolen? I thought it was stolen from the safe. Or were they keeping it somewhere else? Deserve to come along. Events in the tunnel. Events in the tunnel.
What else did you find out in the tunnel?
Not much. After we came out of the tunnel, Robert and I questioned the passengers.
Which didn't turn up anything new.
No. The engineer and the fireman were missing. They were found a few kilometers back on the track. Both claimed to have been overwhelmed by a shadow and thrown off the train.
Interesting.
But you don't believe that.
I'm checking their stories. One of them may have been paid to eliminate the other one.
How could the Raven's heir have found out about the trap? How was he able to put the dynamite in the box and place the letter?
The dynamite was probably already in the box when I put it in the safe. I didn't check it.
You had no reason to do so.
Well, why
It
wouldn't
wasn't
you
my
check
only
it?
mistake. I knew someone was on the roof of the freight car, but I let myself be distracted by that damned letter.
How did you know?
Too late. I should have reacted instantly.
I don't trust this guy. I mean, like, if you're a big inspector, before you leave, before you put something in a safe, you check that the thing that's meant to be in the safe is actually in the safe. He's really half-arsing this. Deserves to come along.
And what about the ship? I have earned the right to join you.
What you did was extraordinary. Far more than anyone could have a right to expect from you.
And you still want to leave me behind?
You met our foe and barely escaped with your life. You may not be that lucky next time.
It wasn't luck.
You can return to Switzerland with your head held high. Enjoy your triumph.
I have not achieved anything yet. The Fiend tried to kill us, and he's still at large.
Maybe he's just involved. Like, maybe the Raven's actually a group of people. Rather than it being just one guy. Could be like 2 or 3 working together.
Inspector Legrand, an urgent telegram from Paris.
Bad news?
It's about the unfortunate events on the train. I'm to return to Paris and explain myself.
But sir, what about the eye?
They want to inform the Egyptian authorities that there might be a burglary attempt.
Might?
Egyptian authorities? What if the jewel is stolen at sea?
I know. I never received it. Keep a close watch on the loading of the eye, Robert.
Aye, sir.
Robert, the incompetent cop.
Pleasure meeting you, Constable Zelma.
What a prick.
What is the constable's problem with me?
I think he's jealous. Scotland Yard assigned him to assist me, just as you were sent by the Swiss authorities.
With the distinction that he may go to Egypt.
Robert is to accompany me at all times. Your mission was restricted to Switzerland.
At this moment, I want to be sent back to Switzerland just as much as you want to be sent back to Paris.
I know, but I'm walking on thin ice, and I can't carry you too.
Well, you know, if it is a group, what better job to be in to be thieving than an inspector? Because you'd both get recognition for catching the patsy or killing off the thief in his case, and also you get to steal stuff, and no one would really think twice. The safe.
And the second eye is in that safe?
Yes, an emerald. It's been kept in a bank in Zurich since the start of the war. I personally took it out of the bank vault, and Professor Lucien certified that it was the real thing.
And while a fake jewel was sent by train,
the real one was brought here in an armored car.
Huh,
how
interesting.
is it protected?
You can only open the safe if you have 3 special keys. Professor Lucien has one, and Baroness von Trebitz, who's paying for all this, has the second. The third was sent by air courier to Dr. Abbas Mokhtar, the director of the Egyptian Museum in Cairo.
So, not even you could possibly open the safe before it arrives in Egypt.
That's correct. We don't want to make it too easy for potential thieves.
Commendable.
Interesting. The telegram.
I hope you're aware of the fact that you're risking your career.
Indeed I am.
Why do you care so much about this case? Someone pretends to be the Raven, and you promptly risk your career?
What if he's not just pretending?
What do you mean by that?
It's his handwriting. And there's only one person who ever called me Nico. Have you ever considered the possibility that I shot the wrong man?
Dun dun dun. The Raven.
But what do you mean by that?
Let us assume just for a moment that the person I shot and who fell from the roof was not the Raven. Who would have cared enough to uncover the truth? The chief of police, the politicians? No, they wanted to revel in a successful manhunt. And it was the best thing that could have happened to the Raven. The search for him was over. He had no reason to fear me anymore. I had so many medals afterwards that he could hear them jingling kilometers away.
And now he's back? And you're the only one who can stop him? Does that sound probable to you?
The feathers, the letters. Nico. No one outside the police force knew that the Raven used to call me that in his letters.
Policemen gossip, and there are plenty of forgers. You can't seriously intend to stake your reputation on such weak evidence.
My reputation rests on something that I probably did not do. I have to find out who's behind all this.
Well, let's offer to help.
Let's review. One of the 2 most valuable jewels in the world was stolen. Obviously, the second one will be next. And you suspect a legendary burglar who's been dead for 5 years.
Go on.
The second jewel is about to be put on board over there, in a safe that requires 3 keys. Our thief may already have the first key, the archaeologist's key, from the train. We don't know anything about the status of the second key, which was meant to be air freighted to Cairo.
We have to assume that he already has it.
Therefore, there's just 1 key left. The Baroness's.
Correct.
Unless her
So,
key was in her
You
purse.
need my eyes on board.
Look, you can keep your eyes open for me here on the wharf. I'd be most grateful. But when this ship sets sail, you will not, I repeat, not be on board.
But, Inspector,
We're dealing with a dangerous man, and I will pursue him regardless of the consequences. I won't let you get mixed up in this affair.
it's still my decision.
No, it's not. It's mine, and I've already made it. Good day, Constable Zellner.
Well, I'm not going to be listening to him, so go to the young woman's car. Go to the gangway.
I'll be marching up this gangway today, no matter what. Someone has to stop that damn bomber before he endangers more people.
Good job, Uncle. Oh, look at Constable Oliver. Let's go talk to this young woman. Examine the
Amazing
luggage.
how much luggage there is for so few passengers. And I'd guess that 3/4 of it belongs to the women.
How's it fitting all on top of there? How do they stop it from flying away?
Fine car, but nothing compared to the young lady who owns it.
It's a pretty nice car, actually. Oh, look at the
Could
driver.
she be an actress? A millionaire's daughter? She's certainly attracting a lot of attention.
Certainly spending a lot of time doing her lipstick. Here's your sign you're doing too much.
I'll take an inconspicuous look up close.
You are very not inconspicuous. Ouch.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting anyone to be crawling around on the ground in front of my door.
Don't worry about it, miss. No harm done.
That's good to hear, Mr.
Zellner. Anton Jakob Zellner.
She's very tall.
May I ask your name?
Patricia Mayers.
Are you American?
I am. Could you help me, please?
Certainly.
Travel destination.
Are you on your way to Egypt?
Yes.
Are you on holiday?
My father works for a railroad company there.
And is rebuilding the country after the war. Wonderful.
Yes. Wonderful.
Man, even the fashion back then was really nice.
One more.
Great luck.
You're lucky to have a father who takes you to so many interesting places.
Oh, yes. Lucky me.
Aren't you interested in Egypt? The pyramids, the history.
I would have been more interested in a father who doesn't travel 300 days a year.
I'm sure your father regrets that he can't always be with you.
No doubt. And I'm sure he always wanted the best for me. But that doesn't stop him from thinking only about himself far too often. Bring my luggage on board, please.
Excuse me?
It was a pleasure meeting you, Constable Zellner.
Impertinent.
How did she know that you're a constable? You didn't say that. Uncle Zellner did not say that he was a constable. Because I don't remember him doing that. How arrogant. Who is this? Look at Dr. Gebhardt.
Is the doctor afraid to board the ship? Hello, Dr. Gebhardt.
Oh, it's a spy.
Ah, the hero of the hour.
I thought he was going somewhere else. The hero of the hour.
The hero of the hour, but out of work soon.
Oh, you won't be a policeman anymore?
Yes, but on my old beat, which is almost as good as being out of work.
I understand.
Man, I hope like the boat just leaves and her luggage is still there. She didn't even close the door to her car. I mean, we could just steal her car and leave.
Is your new job bothering you?
On the contrary, I wasn't sure whether I made the right decision until now. I'm from the Black Forest, you know. There are only mountains there, no ships. But now, the salty breeze, the atmosphere, I think I want to stay at sea forever.
Interesting.
The sea is one thing, the passengers are another.
It will be okay.
I love the way that they just have like normal people conversations. It's very different from like the way people talk nowadays to each other. Just, they feel more human. The Baroness.
What do you know about the Baroness?
Nothing really.
Did you talk to her in the tunnel?
No. Her butler was looking after her, and I was busy with Miss Miller. As you can imagine, it was a shock for her to see her son rolling away on a burning train.
That's understandable.
So, we were all glad when we heard about your brave deed.
You mean heard? You saw him running after the train.
Have you already met the captain?
Mario Di Conti. Heard of him?
Should I have?
He is something of a star in Italy. A war hero. In the First World War, when he was a young man, he sank more enemy ships than anyone else. In the Second World War, well, he had some personal problems.
You mean like the ones you buy in bottles and pillboxes?
Yeah, you could say that. Anyway, sending him into combat was out of the question. They gave him a supply ship instead, and he became a hero again. His ship, part of a convoy from Palermo to North Africa, was the only one that made it, with an extra 100 seamen who he rescued from the other ships.
Impressive.
To say his health is rather shaky these days would be an understatement. I think most of my time on board will be spent dealing with his numerous ailments.
Well, there's nothing left for me to do but to wish you a good trip.
Oh, you are not coming with us?
Unfortunately, no. I'm to go back to Zurich.
What a pity.
Take care, Dr. Gebhardt. Keep an eye on the other passengers.
Especially the elf.
Oh, I just remembered. We found these in the tunnel. Are they yours?
I'm afraid so.
Strophantine, do you have heart problems? Maybe it's for the best that you're not coming along. Too much excitement could be bad for your health.
You mean if I don't do anything, I'll probably have a few more years to live?
That's right. Keep your chin up.
Oh man, I don't want Uncle Zelna to die. It's nice that he kept his pills though. Uncle Zelna. You might have needed them. Oh, it's the Baroness.
James? James! Where on earth are you?
Hello, Baroness.
Ah, Inspector.
Constable.
Poppycock. You won't be a constable much longer. When they find out how you rescued that little boy, they'll have to promote you to Inspector.
Very kind of you to say so, Baroness.
Man, I really hope it is the elf, just so we can lock him up. Really don't like elves. Adventure in the tunnel.
I hope you survived the adventure in the tunnel unharmed.
Scandalous. You book a first-class cabin, and then you're walking on the rails. Huh. They wanted to bundle me off in a bus. without my luggage.
The circumstances, madam.
I insisted on a limousine and didn't leave until all my luggage was recovered.
I kind of like her.
Did you know that the real Eye of the Sphinx wasn't even on the train?
I had no idea. Inspector Legrand seems to prefer to keep me in the dark, although I'm the one paying for all of this.
The inspector is ensuring the safety of the Eye.
Well, obviously. All the same, it was you who did the real work on the train.
It's nice to get some recognition.
I hope that the remainder of your trip to Cairo will be less stressful.
You aren't coming with us?
I'm afraid Inspector Legrand doesn't want my company.
Fiddle faddle! You found my purse while he just sat on some boxes, guarding the bomb that nearly killed us all. I want you to come with us.
I'd like that as well, but...
I'll speak to the captain and bear the costs.
Baroness, I don't know...
No trouble. I'll see to it.
I really like her.
Now, where's my damned butler? James, there you are. Is the inspector to carry my luggage onto the ship all by himself?
Well, actually... Baroness?
Baroness, can you hear me? She fainted.
What did she see?
No.
Baroness?
Again, harder.
Hello, can you hear me?
Help me up.
Perhaps we should...
I'll get Dr. Gebhardt.
No, doctor. Just
We just-
little moment of weakness. Your arm, James. Take me to the ship.
But of course, madam.
There was no moment of weakness. She saw something that shocked her, or someone. Very
Oh.
interesting, especially since she doesn't want to admit it.
That was better than when we scared that old lady. We should- Oh, just give me a minute. Oh man. What is it with these games? It's like we're either terrifying an old lady or we're slapping one. She was clearly awake as well. Oh man, we should have just punched her.
That's a fine automobile. But not even a stately sedan like this can handle all the Baroness's luggage. She was lucky that the second and third freight cars weren't buried in the tunnel. Most of her things made it unscathed.
Well, that is lucky. Ooh, binoculars.
Who or what did she see?
Ooh, let's have a look.
Neither of them seems to have noticed what happened down here. You'll have a tough time with her.
They're probably
How does one
both
get
elves.
aboard without a ticket? Not brilliant, but it's a possibility.
I don't think Alfred James, the butler, likes the Baroness too much. Okay. I definitely suspect the lady, the young lady, of being an elf as well. Way too pretty and way too arrogant. What else? Oh, we can walk around. What's over here? Oh, quite a few things. Constable, enjoy the view. Look at the crane.
In my younger years, I might have considered abseiling from the crane down to the ship. But those days are long past.
That would be fun. Enjoy the view. Talk to the constable.
Constable Oliver seems to be a little simplistic. But I don't think he's a bad policeman. The way he reacted in the tunnel and got the train moving. Hats off.
Or maybe he was the one that, oh, probably not, actually. He's a bit too stupid. You know, there's, like, acting stupid, and then there's actually stupid, and I think he might be actually stupid.
Hello, Constable Olivier.
It's Oliver.
Olivier sounds better.
I just wanted to say that you did a good job in the tunnel.
Thanks.
How did you know how to get the train moving?
I come from a family of miners, and my uncle is an engine driver down a mine.
I see. And you looked over his shoulder?
Yeah, best way to learn.
Very true.
Did Legrand tell you about his theory? That it could be the real Raven?
Of course he did. We're partners.
But the modus operandi doesn't fit at all. The Raven wasn't a bomber.
We have the letter. And the feather. That's his symbol.
Anyone can put a feather in an envelope.
You would know.
What's that supposed to mean?
It was you.
What was me?
You put the envelope on the safe.
To blow myself up?
You threw the bomb away, and now you're the famous hero, right? And the Raven must have paid you pretty well.
That is ridiculous.
Is it? Only you and I and Legrand were in the freight car. One of us must have put the envelope on the safe. Legrand didn't. And I didn't. Think about it.
Yeah, I think he's definitely an actual idiot. Enjoy the view.
The sea is quiet today. Ideal conditions for a cruise.
It is pretty nice, actually. Anything else? I think that might be it. Okay, let's board the ship.
Oh, who do we have here? Signore...
This is Constable Anton Zellner.
Signore Zellner, I heard about your feats in the mountains. Welcome aboard the MS Lydia.
Thank you, Captain.
I didn't know you'd be taking part in the journey, but I'm glad to have you with us. I'll have a nice cabin prepared for you immediately.
The constable will not be joining us. He has other duties.
Oh, that's too bad. I would have loved to hear about his adventures from the man himself.
No. Okay, journey to Egypt, suspicious chest, invitation from the Baroness. Journey to Egypt.
I'd like to accept your offer, but unfortunately, higher powers prevent it.
I am sorry to hear that. We are by no means full, and have plenty of room for one more passenger.
The constable just wants to have a quick look around and then leave before we set sail. When will that be?
In about 15 minutes.
There you have it, Constable.
It's true. I quite like the fact that they all seem to have their own little lives and they're interested in each other and they have interesting things about themselves rather than it being like just everyone's interested in the protagonist or the protagonist is interested in everyone else's life. That everyone's actually interested in each other. Very nicely well written. Suspicious chest.
May I ask how to get to the cargo hold?
Oh, signori, there are much nicer places on board.
But I'm interested in the cargo hold.
Why is that?
One of the trunks seems suspicious to me. Someone could be hidden in it.
You? You want to imply that the most brilliant and probably richest thief in all of Europe is stowing away in a trunk?
Why
That's
not?
not his style.
That's what makes it more likely that it's not him, but a copycat who's behind all this. And a copycat's style might include doing whatever it takes, like hiding in a trunk if they've lost the ticket.
Oh, come now.
Actually, it would be possible for a registered passenger to board the ship without a ticket.
What do you mean?
You can't buy a ticket for the Lydia at the counter. You book the trip in advance. We know the names of all the passengers. As long as a passenger is on the guest list, we let them board the ship. Doesn't matter if they have a ticket or not.
And did any of the passengers board without a ticket?
I couldn't say. We ask for a name and check it on the list. The tickets are no more than souvenirs for the passengers.
So much for your trunk theory.
Still could be true. Especially if the passenger doesn't have a ticket and they're not on the list. Invitation from the Baroness. Where is the cargo hold? Invitation.
Good news. The Baroness invited me to come along. And as a private citizen, I'm pleased to accept. A holiday on the high sea. Magnificent.
Indeed, there's nothing finer.
Unfortunately, the constable is needed in Switzerland.
But, Inspector,
there is an investigation into his obstruction of Interpol operations.
I have a ticket, and I am
not coming along as long as I'm on board. End of discussion.
Regardless of what you say, I would still like to examine the cargo hold.
All right then, if you like. But we'll meet here again in 10 minutes. Captain De Conti, before we depart, I'd like to send 2 telegrams.
Certainly, Inspector. The cargo hold is over there. You can enter through a door on the forecastle. The horn will sound twice, 5 minutes before we set off. That's the signal for all the dock workers to leave the ship.
Understood, Captain.
Follow me to the bridge. You can send your telegrams from there.
Well, if we're not allowed to be on board over the
My
inspector's
time is
dead
running
body.
out. If I don't find anything in the cargo hold, my cruise will be over before it even begins.
Why don't we just get rid of the inspector? I mean, he's not really
no.
useful. Oh, it's dark down here.
Oh, what's this?
A torch.
Aha.
Ah. Is that car?
That's the young woman's cabriolet. Apparently, they absolutely had to take it to Egypt. At Daddy's expense, of course.
Good luck driving that over the sand. Toss him overboard with the pills. Anything else? Whoa. Examine the chest. Wait, where are you going? This way, that's it.
Hello? Come on out. The game's up. I'm opening the trunk.
It's empty.
Hello?
We've already left. Wait, come on, Zelna. Walk in a straight line.
I'm sure someone was in the trunk, but where are they now?
He's got good keen senses. I mean, he picked up that someone might have been in that crazy trunk. Walk in a straight line. Come on, you can do it. That's it. Where have we gone? Examine the shards.
The shards are... Phew. I startled too easily.
What was that? swear. That looked like the elf dude to me. Hello? Okay, how do we get out of this? Take the knife. And we lost the knife. Pull the cloth. Use the crane control. Try pulling the cloth. Looks like we could reach that. Oh, what have we loosened? Use the flat iron. Don't know how we're going to use that, but we are really dexterous with our feet. What's in here? Cut through the fetters with the saw. I don't know what that is, but let's have a go. Uncle Zona, he can really take a beating. I mean, he chased after that train as well. Went through all that smoke. Unhooked a cargo train part from the engine while it was moving with all that tension, using an axe. Cut through that door. Just got knocked out. Used his feet to open up a crate. I mean, I wish I was as badass as Uncle Zelda now. Alright, let's try the controls. And Uncle Zelda. What's this do? Are we gonna swing? That looks painful. The look on his face just then. Looked like something else was going on.
Ouch! Damn. Ah.
Well, at least we got out of it. At least his shirt looks alright
It would
still.
be best if no one found out about this.
I mean, yellow is a very difficult colour not to stain. Okay. We can look at that. Oh, it's a pipe now instead of broken something.
There's some blood and hair stuck to the pipe.
Yep.
Hair I really can't afford to lose.
You look alright, Uncle Zelda.
I'll hold it on the blood-spattered end. After all, we already know who the victim is.
Wait, is there anything else we can look at? Oh, yeah, there's something up here.
I can make out a corridor, but no details. The glass is too dirty, and there's no light in there.
Got anything to clean it? No, we just got the pipe. Guessing that won't do anything. Oh wait, it might do. Nope.
Even with a bit of leverage, it won't budge.
Interesting. Anything? Go on, walk in a straight line. That's it. Doesn't seem like we've got anything to do there at the moment. Let's go up. Oh wait, there's something down here. No, don't. No. I'm trying to look at something else. Go downstairs. There was something down here. What is that? Examine cell.
A detention cell for crew members? Or maybe for rowdy passengers.
Oh, we can go this way. What's this? So nosy.
The shot hit this crate. The question is, was the gunman actually trying to hit it? And if so, why? Maybe the gunman just wanted to intimidate me. I can't imagine a more effective warning. The cargo hold seems to be used as a changing room for the crew as well. Or at least the part of the crew that doesn't do their work in white suits.
Well, space is a premium on a cruise ship.
A chair is the last thing I need right now. I was sitting long enough over there in the corner. It's too dark to make out anything inside the hole.
Did we just break the
I
game?
should take a closer look later.
Uncle Zelna. Oh no. Uncle Zelna. I think the game broke. Ugh. I haven't saved in forever. I hope that there was a autosave. Or maybe if I... there was an autosave. Let's try just loading this bit. See if he'll reappear. Nope, Uncle Zelna is gone. He seems to have fallen into the bullet hole in the box. Somehow. Alright, let's load from the autosave. Ah, there we are. That's lucky. Save that again one more time.
The cargo hold seems to be... or at least...
Yep. You said that before.
A chair is the last thing I need right now. I was sitting long enough...
Yep, the Raven Thief, he stole Uncle Zelda from us. Wonder if it'll do it again.
The gunman just wanted to intimidate me. I can't imagine a more effective warning. It's too dark to make out anything inside the hole.
It happened again.
I should take a closer look later.
So, the game's broken at that point. We cannot play with the bullet hole. Let's just get these clues. Do not press the bullet hole.
A chair.
Let's leave the bullet hole alone. Right, that seems to be everything from downstairs. Go upstairs. Hopefully not lose him again. What's through the hole?
It's already dark outside. How long have I been unconscious?
Too long.
Whoever locked the door is stronger than me.
And you're the strongest man I know, Uncle Zelna.
I should be careful. The gunman may still be nearby.
What are you up to, Zelna?
Another gunman. Scent of the gun. Why is he threatening me?
I wanted to determine whether the gun had been fired recently, Inspector.
I mean, what are you doing on the ship?
I was jumped in the cargo hold.
Of course you were.
Here, look. Careful how you hold it. There could be fingerprints on the end.
Surely you don't expect me to believe you.
Blow to the head.
I was inspecting the trunk. I found it in the cargo hold, and it was clear that someone had hidden inside it to board the ship.
Some people are willing to go to great lengths to be a part of this journey.
Indeed. Whoever it was, they struck me on the head from behind with the pipe while I was looking for clues. Oh, and they shot at me as well.
Ridiculous. You wanted to come along, orders be damned, and so you found a way to stay here. I should throw you overboard.
I would have dreamed up something less painful.
True. That doesn't look good.
See? And there's a bullet wedged in a wooden crate down there. I don't have a gun.
The doctor should have a look at it.
What, at the bullet hole?
Come with me.
That's exactly what you do when someone points a gun in your face. You sniff it.
Inspector Legrand and Constable Zelna. So you have decided to join us on our journey after all?
So it would seem. We are searching for Dr. Gebhardt.
I'm just fine, Captain Conte.
The Conte.
I'm in control. I can manage.
She's very
Tell
drunk.
James he absolutely must wake me at 9:45.
Certainly, madam.
Absolutely.
I shall see that he does.
And now I shall return to my chambers. You'll be in the bar tonight at 10, Inspector.
If that's what you wish.
It will be spectacular. I promise.
I bet it will be.
The fresh sea air, and perhaps a glass of champagne to many. But I'm glad that you decided to join us on our journey to Cairo.
Not quite voluntarily.
So he says.
I was jumped from behind.
But no, that is...
Dr. Gebhardt should have a look at him, Captain De Conti.
Of course. Please, have a seat in the saloon, Constable Zelna. I'll summon the doctor. Ah, Doctor, there you are. Our brave Constable Zelna was attacked.
Struck on the head.
Oh. Sit down, please.
He's
Now,
always wearing gloves.
Please, tell me exactly what happened.
I got jumped.
I think you've got a stowaway on board. I was jumped.
Intolerable. I'll have the crew search every nook and cranny of the ship. And of course, Mr. Zelna, you are cordially invited to travel as our special guest.
Good to know that at least one man doesn't want to throw me overboard.
Is it bad?
Yes, it hurts a lot.
I spoke with Dr. Gebhardt.
He suffered a violent blow to the back of the head. I cannot really say how bad it is.
But I can. It really hurts.
Oh, poor Uncle Zelna. Why didn't anyone look for me?
Why didn't anyone come looking for me? Didn't anyone notice that I didn't come back from the cargo hold?
We did search for you, but we couldn't find you.
Who was supposed to search the cargo hold?
Constable Oliver. I'll have a talk with him about that later.
I should hope so.
Incompetent
How many
fool.
fingers do you see?
He is super accommodating. It's a very small cruise ship as well. There's only a few people on it. But usually when you go on a cruise, it's like a few hundred. I kind of like it. It's a nice intimate cruise. And it's very pretty again. Let's see. What fingers? 3 fingers, 5 fingers. Technically, that's 2 fingers and a thumb.
3 fingers.
Okay.
Where are we?
Where are we? And what time is it? I must have been out for ages.
It's just after 8 p.m.
You just missed dinner. But we'll all meet here in the saloon at 10 o'clock to have a drink together. Greeting the passengers personally is a tradition I will not break, even on this unusual journey.
You're all right now, Constable. The bleeding has stopped and the wound looks good. You may have a mild concussion. You just need a good night's sleep. And tomorrow, your only worries will be a headache and an impressive bump.
I thought you're not meant to sleep with a concussion.
Thanks.
That's a good enough reason to celebrate. Enough about crooks and thieves. From now on, you can start to enjoy your free cruise.
Inspector!
What?
A dark shadow. Upper deck, just now.
Go, let's have a look.
I'll join you.
Me too.
No, you stay here.
Do you want to make this an argument?
Robert, go to the Baroness and don't let her out of your sight. Zellner, you're coming to the port side. Doctor, you go to starboard. I'll start at the forecastle and work my way back to the 2 of you. Understood?
But...
Baroness von Trebitz! Hello? Baroness von Trebitz? Open the door!
What an idiot. Well, yeah, we did have big cruise ships. I mean, remember the Titanic? And that was before the 60s. So they were really big ones. I mean, even planes. So, though they used to take less passengers, it's not like today where they really try and cram people on to get more money. They used to actually be where you actually had like leg room and things like that. So they would have been a little bit smaller in most capacities, but not as they wouldn't take as less people as this game. Alright. What we doing? Go to the side deck. Talk to the doctor. See what he's got to say.
Dr. Gebhardt insisted on coming along, but now he doesn't seem to be sure if that was a good idea.
Uncle Zellner now seems really short. Man, even the art's really nice on the walls. Let's have a chat with him. Nope, can't say anything to him. He's just gonna keep banging on that door. Fair dues. Where am I going? Can't go in there. Go to the side
All
deck.
right, Doc. I'm off.
Oh no, I'm not going on a manhunt all by myself.
The doctor didn't exactly do a really great examination. He just kind of looked at the back of his head until the bleeding stopped.
Are you okay? Maybe you had better take a rest, in case the blow was more severe.
I'm okay.
Zellner, up here!
Come on. I think it came from up there.
Sure, you just wanted to get a breath of fresh air.
Ooh, what's going on? Who's this?
Zellner, look who we have here.
Well, if that's not our shadow.
And our stowaway.
Spent any time hiding in a trunk recently?
Me do nothing.
He claims to be part of the crew. Just wanted to get some fresh air.
Of course.
The Baroness won't open the door, sir.
Understood. Take him to the detention cell, Robert.
Is that the steward by any chance?
You were right. There was a stowaway.
Yes, but he can't be the Raven. He's too young.
Right, but that doesn't mean that the Raven isn't lurking here as well.
What was that?
A shot!
It came from one of the cabins.
Oh no! Baroness von Trebitz? Baroness! Open the door!
Really wasn't really trying to knock it down with his arm.
Step aside, please.
Slap her really hard. It worked last time.
We have a murder on our hands, gentlemen. Hurry, Zellner. The murderer still has to be nearby. There's practically no one on deck. Anyone who's outside is a suspect. This time we'll get him. Zellner, are you okay?
Yes. Come on. We have to.
Uncle Zellner.
Zellner! Murder!
And that was our first swear word in the game. The inspector just said shit in French.
Ah, you awake? Sleep well, did you?
Ooh, sarcastic. Yes, thanks. I didn't sleep voluntarily. Status of investigation. I don't know, is Zellner sarcastic? Nah.
I didn't fall asleep voluntarily.
It doesn't matter. We got along just fine without you.
Ugh, what a prick.
Have you arrested anyone yet?
You mean besides the Arab?
He could hardly have committed the murder. You must have been with him when it happened.
We heard the shot on the forecastle. I locked our friend in the detention cell in the cargo hold and then went up to assist Legrand. You were already sleeping the sleep of the just.
Huh, what an idiot. Other suspects.
Any other suspects?
No. Seconds after the alarm went off, the decks were swarming with frightened passengers.
Yes. A clever way to stay incognito during the commotion.
But we still have our primary suspect, the Raven.
You really think he's returned?
Well, I think that no one knows as much about the Raven as Legrand.
But still, it all seems so incredible.
What knocked me out like that? Was there something in the champagne?
I didn't pass out last night because of the blow to my head, did I?
Seems unlikely. Inspector Legrand thinks you were drugged.
But how? The champagne.
Who gave you the glass of champagne?
The captain.
Captain De Conti.
Interesting.
But was it the champagne that was handed to the captain by the doctor?
It should be possible to find traces of the tranquilizer in the glass.
That is exactly what Legrand is trying to do.
Without a laboratory?
Oh, he's got a lab. His cabin is packed with all the latest forensic stuff. It's quite impressive what the inspector can do.
A competent man, no doubt, and surprisingly well prepared.
And diligent. He's been at it all night with his brushes and tinctures and glasses and everything, working like a man possessed.
Sounds like Sherlock Holmes.
Now.
What's the state of play? How was the Baroness killed?
The Baroness was shot in the chest at close range. We'll know more once the doc finishes examining the body in the medical centre.
And no one saw anything suspicious?
No one saw a shadowy raven leaving the Baroness's cabin, if that's what you mean. A lot of people heard the gunshot. Inspector Legrand wants to question the passengers again this morning once they've all calmed down and he's had a chance to examine the evidence.
Huh. Maybe she was tranquilized as well.
I suppose that you and Legrand inspected the crime scene and the surroundings.
Where was her
Of course.
butler?
And we already hit the jackpot. The murder weapon.
Really? Where did you find it?
On the gangway. The gangway for boarding the ship folds up and hooks onto the hull when it's not being used. The murderer probably wanted to throw the gun into the sea. He casually dropped it overboard.
But it landed on the gangway.
Bad luck.
But Legrand and I were on the
Interesting.
side deck right after the shot. There was no one there.
Maybe the murderer threw the gun away later. We recovered it in the early hours.
I think I'll look for Inspector Legrand now.
Do what you think's best.
You won't get rid of me. I'm here to stay, Constable Oliver.
Be that as it may, Inspector Legrand ordered me to guard the cargo hold with our special guest. That's fine by me. Inspector Legrand may be able to get by without sleep for days on end, but not me. It's not easy playing with the big boys, Constable Zellner.
No. it
Like you'd
certainly
know.
isn't.
What a prick. Still not trusting Inspector Legrand.
An antique wooden globe. If Galileo hadn't asserted himself back then, this would be a flat disc now.
The way it's going nowadays, it might be a flat disc again. Go downstairs. Check out the cabin. Have a look in the saloon. Wonder if there's anyone in there. What a nice place. I mean, the wallpaper's a bit old-fashioned with the lampshades, but it all still looks really nice. Like, I would love to go here for a cruise or just to hang out. Can't see anything to... Come on, walk. That's it, Zelda. You've had a bang to the head, but what's that up there?
How wonderful. Sunshine and a blue sky above the Mediterranean Sea. It would be a perfect cruise day, if not for the murder.
Too true. So nice looking. I like all the wood. What's that?
Big, soft towels. I could reserve a deck chair with it. No, better not.
Well, it is your holiday, Zelna.
These things made quite a racket last night. I couldn't hear myself think.
That's blocked off. Anything else around here? Walk straight, walk straight. Come on, you can do it.
Did Edison have any idea what would become of his invention?
Except for it wasn't Edison. Dun, dun, dun. Get it right, game.
I'd really like to lie in the sun and take a nap, but I don't have time for that at the moment. No, Jacob. Business before pleasure.
Aww. Doesn't seem to be anything else here. Anything this way? Can't seem to walk that way. Oh, look at the reflections. Come on, I want to go through there. There's nothing in the saloon. Maybe, is it anything out on the deck? Go to the afterdeck. It's the afterdeck. Oh, it just goes round. That's not helpful. So is that where they threw the gun?
Curious. One can easily toss a gun into the sea from almost anywhere on the ship without being noticed. And yet, the murderer chose the one spot where it's not actually possible.
That is weird, because it's... How could you mistake not throwing it into the sea? I mean, you know, it's obviously been planted.
I suppose the life jackets are stowed there, close to the railing, close at hand in case of emergency.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, this cruise ship's quite big, actually. Now I'm actually walking around it. Of course he's asleep.
It may not seem like it, but Constable Oliver is actually a very effective watchman.
What's going on?
The Raven just flew by.
What?
Or at least, he might as well have.
I wasn't asleep.
I understand. It was just a ruse. Any conclusions about our young stowaway?
Yeah, he's a bit suspicious. Foreign and whatnot.
I see. Did he act suspiciously in any way?
No.
Casual
Shock
racism.
surprised him as much as it did me. Looked in on him earlier. Still seems to be asleep.
Covered with a blanket from head to toe?
Ah, he's still in there. I poked him.
That's not nice.
May I go downstairs and have a couple of words with our guest?
No, you may not.
Come again?
Inspector Legrand wants to conduct all the interrogations himself.
I'm sure he'll understand if I form my own conclusions.
He ordered me to guard the door, and that's just what I'm gonna do.
How about a bit of individual initiative?
How about letting a man do his job? Or do you think you'd be better at it?
Probably. Legrand is way too territorial.
What do you think? What happened here last night?
The Raven broke into the Baroness's cabin, she surprised him, and he shot her.
What was he looking for in her cabin?
She was a rich woman.
Why did he lock the door?
Why not?
From inside? An impressive trick.
I'm not saying I know how he did it. I'm just
Jeez,
saying that it
his
was
snarly
him.
face.
Why didn't he leave a raven feather?
Are you serious? We'd have suspected him straight away.
But fortunately, we still did. Let's assume that the old Raven really has returned and that he really is responsible for all this. Who is he? Or she?
Oh, could be anyone. No one's ever seen the Raven.
He could also be paying someone else to do his dirty work.
Well, of course. It's a fact that he used to work with partners. They even arrested some of his accomplices.
But no one could ever identify the Raven himself. Some claims that they didn't even know that they were working for him.
That's clever.
He could have hired someone with financial difficulties to set off the alarm at a certain time without that person knowing why they were doing it.
The man Legrand shot back then, he was a famous safecracker. He could just as well have been a henchman.
Or the real Raven. There's probably no better cover for a big thief than acting like a small one. I don't want to keep you from your duties any
Or
longer.
acting like a inspector. And he goes right back to sleep again. What's on the floor? What's he drinking?
Constable Oliver brought something to drink. You can tell it's not the first time he's had to guard something. The bottle should be full of water, unless the good constable happens to have a secret alcohol problem. No way to verify that. I can't get the bottle without him noticing.
He's asleep. What is this?
I wonder if this game is an advanced version of bocce.
I don't even know what bocce is. It looks like some crazy calculator hopscotch. Anything around here to look at? That sea looks nice. Oh wait, something popping up at the top.
Salty sea air in my old lungs, wind in my thinning hair. If I hadn't become a policeman, I could have been a sailor.
Yeah, probably not as nice. I think going to the sea is nice once in a while, but not to actually live there. A petty thief with a violin. Sounds elfy to me. God damn elves. Oh, what's that? Or is that just the... Oh, it's just the water bowl. I don't think he's gonna let us downstairs.
The stowaway surely didn't sleep well last night in the cargo hold, although his cell is probably more comfortable than my cabin, and more spacious. I have to talk to the young fellow right away. If I want to get into the cargo hold, I'll have to get rid of the constable first. He won't let me talk to our young friend.
And how do we do that? Hello? The game's not working again.
I have to talk to the young... If I want to... He won't...
Ah, there we go, it's back. Ooh, this game's kind of buggy. I'm gonna do a quick save, just in case it happens again. I have no idea how to play shuffleboard. I don't even know what it is. Looks bizarre. Can we talk to him about his water bottle?
He won't let me talk to our young friend. He respects Legrand far too much to disobey his orders. If I want to get into the cargo hold, I'll have to get rid of the constable first.
Guessing we need to put something in his water bottle. Oh, we can go upstairs. What is up here, Uncle Zelna?
We were here yesterday when we heard the shot, and it was also here where Legrand caught our stowaway. The grate must be part of the ship's ventilation system. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Except for this one isn't
The
working.
grate shouldn't be so easy to open. Did the stowaway open it and we caught him in the act? No. The pipe is too narrow. He wouldn't fit in there. I guess the cover has been defective for a while. I could inform the captain that the grid has to be repaired, but if I start reporting all the problems on the ship, I'd have to shelve my murder investigation.
Examine the pipes.
This isn't a panoramic deck for visitors. There are pipes, steel cables, chains up here. You can smell the smoke from the funnel. I have no idea how the ship works, and I really don't care, as long as it stays afloat.
Well, it has been nearly 3 hours now, and I'm getting a bit tired. So I reckon I'll leave the rest for another time. And you can go out and have your outside time. So I'm going to save here. And probably come back to this tomorrow. It did save, didn't it? Yeah. Yes, exit the game. Well, I've been really enjoying this, so it's quite a sweet little murder mystery. Alright, night all. Thanks for coming by and watching.